Look at the Athletics lineup that he will take on today in just a moment, but beautiful and sunny once again. Brought to you by Xfinity. Bolte will lead it off. Then Wilson and Heim. Soderstrom's been trouble with a couple of home runs. And Jeff McNeil, .999. His career hits. Chance to have some personal history here today.
Well, the Red Sox starting pitcher, it's presented by Toyota. Eric Miller, 28-year-old lefty acquired at the deadline. 40 games, making his first start of the year, but he had made 10 of them back in 2024. Very successful. With dominant stuff, the sinker's going to sit 97 plus. He's got a good wipeout slider to go with it. A little four-seam to change the eye level with a changeup as well. Defensively for the Red Sox, it's presented by Car Shield. It's going to be Nick Sogard with Durbin the day off at third base. Up the middle, Monasterio and Siegler. Contreras back at first. The outfield left to right is Duran, Rafaela, and White with Jake Rogers doing the catching.
Your umpires today presented by M&T Bank. Ron Culpa behind the plate. He's the crew chief to Scott Barry, Manny Gonzalez, and Tom Hanahan take care of the bases. We're available. The telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. And the weather, another steamy one. Hazy sunshine, 91 degrees. And a breeze out to right, not too much. 9 miles per hour. Red Sox looking to grab yet another series and make some more history.
Yeah, this will be what, 10 straight, right? The last time they won more than that was 11 straight, and that was back in 1912.
Oh, see if the boys can regroup. Lost yesterday.
Right.
I used to go into bed feeling that way.
Ground ball up the middle, past the bag, and Bolte is on. First pitch swinging. He's got a base hit. So the leadoff man at first in front of Jacob Wilson.
Well, the Red Sox have had some issues with openers this year. Giovanni Moran, not too much success in front of Bayo, but Miller, he hasn't done it in a couple of years, but in 2024 with the Giants, he did have 10 starts. Went 10 2/3 with a 0.84 ERA, only gave up 1 earned run. Familiar with it, just hasn't done it in a couple of years.
Wilson hitting .270, but he's in a long slump. That's why he's bunting. Drops that one down. Miller gets to it. He'll fire and into the runner, and that's going to roll into right field. Bolte is into third and stopping there. To second base, Wilson. So an ugly start to this one.
Yeah, it was a good bunt. I mean, you had a feeling Bolte was going to be on the move one way or another with his speed. See Wilson's bunt right there, just making the big lefty field his position. It's hard to go that way. Lefties fall off the mound to the third base side, so he's got to go that way. 360 throw. At that point, he finds himself trying to get it around the base runner and throw it right into him.
Second and third, nobody out for Jonah Heim. .226 hitter with 11 home runs. Red Sox jumped out in front yesterday 2-0, but didn't score again until the end of the game. Although they actually loaded up the bases in the bottom of the ninth and had the tying run at home plate.
Well, you're Wilson. You kind of, okay, I'll do this opener thing. 2 pitches into the game. I got second and third and nobody out. Let me regroup here.
Heim takes the ball up high. We're sitting up here last night as the game was coming to an end. Eli White at home plate, bases loaded, thinking Red Sox are probably going to win this game.
The way it's been going, yeah.
Weave and a miss on the slider, 2-1.
Especially when it got the 3-1 count.
Yeah, that's right.
And he smoked that ball to center field.
Did. He barreled it.
Stayed inside of it. Maybe throw that head. Maybe pull side a little bit more. Could add some excitement.
2-1 from the lefty. And cracked along the line, but foul. Dangerous Soderstrom on deck. The A's have just had an awful year. After a nice start, they have tumbled to 46 and 71. They had lost 9 in a row before the win yesterday.
See if Miller goes to that slider. It's a wipeout pitch, put away pitch versus righties rather.
And a 2-2. And in there, strike 3. Pinned it in there at 98 to catch him looking, and a big first out.
I mean, that's just paint, right? I mean, he goes up and in with that sinker. He threw the slider the pitch before that, and Heim pulled it over there foul. So he showed it to him. We thought maybe, yeah, Lou, I thought he'd maybe go back foot, but he just froze him up and in with 98.
Well, now Soderstrom, who's hit 2 home runs in the series. He has 19 for the year. He was going for another one there. 0-1.
Something Miller is capable of. Now a couple of base runners, but the walks have been a problem for him. Control has been a problem for him, but the strikeouts are there and kind of bail him out in big spots when he needs it.
He offered. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Slider that time.
And right now he could use it. Head 0-2 to Soderstrom.
Bayo already up. Bulk guy today. Red Sox also recall Seth Martinez for the bullpen today, and the 0-2 pitch from the southpaw. Soderstrom 4 career at bats against Miller. He's 0 for 4 with a K.
You mentioned Seth Martinez kind of need an arm up here. I don't think Bayo is getting the ball next. It looks like now whether it's going to be maybe Moran following or Martinez following will depend on the score.
They lead at second and third. A little trickler toward first base. Contreras is in to get it. A run will score. He goes for the tag and he gets him. Wilson down to third. Throw over there will not retire him. And the A's strike first, 1-0 on a gentle ground ball. Soderstrom will pick up his 55th RBI.
No, not much you can do here. Right, you're going for that strikeout. Instead he gets a piece. Contact is king, right? You get a run in by it. You're in some serious trouble. Second and third, 1 out. If you can get out of it with just 1 run, I think you take it.
So a runner at third for Tommy White, 266 hitter, no home runs. As mentioned, the Red Sox going for 10 consecutive series wins. Completely the opposite direction for the A's, who have lost 12 consecutive series. And is tied for the second longest in A's history. And the 0-1. Now 0-2.
Looks like they gave Wilson a hit, huh? And an error on the throw to advance.
They did. Yeah, that was on the bunt.
It's kind of generous.
Yeah, I mean, good throw. He's out.
He's out all day. Just threw it off his hip.
Well, 2 strikes on White. And inside a ball at 98. Red Sox 6 games off the pace being set by Tampa Bay. They lead the Yankees by 4.5. Coming into play on this Sunday. Check swing, but did he go? No. They appealed to Scott Barry. He said no swing. On a slider. 2-2. 1-0 A's. Trying to put him away here. Miller looking for his second strikeout. He's gone full 3-2. In fact, the Yankees and Atlanta are underway. They're in the first inning in the Bronx. 0-0. 3-2 swing and a miss. Slider eats him up. The A's grab a run. Red Sox coming up.
200.
Nick Sogard at the very top. Anthony Siegler 303 at Fenway Park. 10 extra base hits. He's at second base today.
Take a look at their A's starting pitcher presented by WB Mason, the 27-year-old JT Ginn. He has been their best. 8-6, 3.51 ERA. Really a sinker. Really good changeup cutter mix, especially the righties. They'll mix that slider and four-seamer as well.
And Nick at 271. Still looking at that first home run, but a little 3-game hitting streak. And at third base today, a rare off day for the Durbinator, who was played in 109 of 116.
That was a good day for him, right? Another hot day here. Get him off his feet. Get him ready for that road trip.
On to Toronto, and a 2-0 from Ginn. Ginn starting on 4 days rest.
Yeah, it's just his second start back from a little IL stint. He had a blister. But he's been good. Like Lou said, probably their best, most consistent arm. 3 earned runs or fewer in 10 of his 11 road starts.
Yeah, but in those, as Obi was saying, 4 days rest.
Yeah.
He's had 11 of them. He's 2-5 with a 5.08 ERA. These young kids aren't used to this 4-day rest. 5-day rest, he's got a 1.36 ERA. 5-1.
3-2. Cedon on deck.
He's been around a couple years, but still, just 4 days rest hasn't really been working for him. Nick's done a great job since his recall, just getting on base. .419 on base percentage, setting tables.
High fly ball into right field, but that hangs up for Butler. 1 down.
Check out the A's defense. Across the infield, Max Muncy will be at third base. Jacob Wilson, who has tied a major league record with the 110 errorless streak. He could pass it today. He's at shortstop with McNeil at second, White's at first. Yelfield left to right, Ornelas, Bolte, and Butler with Jonah Heim doing the catching.
Really good at that position. A's have a lot of problems, but not at short defensively. Cedon will hack away. He is hitting .288, 15 homers. He's driven in 60.
Yeah, righties really hadn't figured out again to this point. They're hitting .171, just a .504 OPS. Now that sinker changeup combination has been really good for him.
Line drive, that'll be caught by McNeil. It's stiff, but on number 2. Comforts of Homes presented by Bernie and Phil's. Get double tax savings this weekend at Bernie and Phil's Furniture. Wilyer Abreu coming up next on the homestand. Just 7 for 14 with 3 home runs and an OPS out of sight.
Pretty good run for him. Little day off DH today. Get him off his feet again.
20 home runs for Wilyer. And we'll look at strike 1.
Just about every time he's had a day off, the next day he goes deep. So I like that.
Sox 4-1 on the homestand. Nothing in 2 with a changeup. Adley Rutschman yesterday began his rehab assignment with the Woo Sox. He caught 5 innings, went 1 for 2 with a double, 2 RBIs, scored twice, walked twice. Also tossed out a runner trying to steal second.
DH today.
It'd be very exciting to get him in the Red Sox lineup.
It'll be interesting. You know, DH today, he's going to lead off again, so 3 at-bats, maybe 4. All of minor league baseball is Monday off. Does he go back Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday to get another game in? I think it depends on how he feels.
Lunging little pop-up here. Wilson with the play into the outfield. And the Red Sox will go in order in the first inning.
In the top of the second, Athletics on top 1-0. Eric Miller was the first part of the script for Chad Tracy and company as they tried for their 10th consecutive series victory. The Red Sox had not been good, guys, going with the openers this season. That was just the second time that they'd given up just 1 run in that capacity. And you mentioned Miller's success. 10 starts with the Giants there, Lou. Just 1 earned run. Made sense for him to be first one in. But Brian Bale now going next. Trey said you won't see him give you the 85, 90 pitches. We've come accustomed to seeing him take down out of the bullpen, but he is factoring in. And in 12 career relief appearances, he's got a 1.17 ERA, so maybe 2-3 innings from Bale today.
Well, he threw 28 pitches in the marathon game, the extra inning game against the White Sox the other night. Gave up 1 run unearned in a couple of innings.
Well, I think that's the biggest issue, right? Usually he sits for a long time and then gives you 65, 70 pitches, but he's thrown a couple times here now in this homestand.
Good change, 1 and 2 on Butler.
Now it's been very efficient, right? Three innings, 2 innings, and 28 pitches in both. But still, this is a guy that's not used to throwing 3 times in a week. But if you can get 3 from him, maybe 3+.
Well, it's good to start seeing him have some success after the struggles he went through. Being demoted, or going down to AAA, being taken out of the rotation. Now you've seen him mentally, emotionally accept this new role.
Although with a pop into left, Duran will get over there near the line to make the play and 1 away.
And I think that's a big part of it. It's you're a starting pitcher. You signed that deal. You're supposed to be a big part of the future moving forward in the rotation, and that could be a kick to the ego.
We saw it a few years ago, and Nick Pivetta was fantastic at this role. Look at these numbers, not just doing well. 9 games. He's got a .61 ERA. Look at the walk to strikeout ratio compared to as a starter. He pounds the zone.
Ornelas with a big wave and a miss, a 182 hitter without a home run.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Strike one, and you're seeing the velocity tick up because you know he's not working quite as deep into the game, so he's reaching back for a little more. It's making his stuff that much nastier.
And really kind of tightening it up to this sinker, changeup, sweeper look as far as just usage arsenal goes as a reliever.
As Jonathan Ornelas in the hole, Max Muncy on deck for the A's. They lead 1-0. Put him away. That was quick. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And 2 fast outs.
Yeah, started this at bat with the cutter and then just 2 nasty disappearance sweepers. Right, we talk about it when he's been out of the bullpen. He's aggressive with his fastball early in counts. This is an aggressive lineup. He knows that, so you see him spin it a little bit more.
Muncy 1 for 5 in the series. Takes a strike. Good to see 97.
Strike 1.
Base is clean and 2 down here in the second. And 0-2. Best record in baseball on this Sunday belongs to the Milwaukee Brewers. 73-44. Leading the Cubs by 5 in the National League Central. Dodgers finally won a game. How often do we say that, by the way? They did. They finally snapped their losing skid yesterday. They've dropped 7 out of 10.
They lost 7 in a row. Still have 70 wins.
Yeah, 70-47. Atlanta's got 70. Tampa Bay's got 70. 2-2. Tampa Bay's won 5 in a row. 8 out of 10. Playing very good baseball as well. McNeil on deck. Bayo looking for the K. Just off the edge. He goes to 3-2.
That's a really good take. And that's the perfect pitch, right? That little sweeper, 3 inches off the plate. The take and pray. Please call it a ball.
Swing and a miss. Went to that 96-mile-an-hour sinker and got him. O'Brien, Will Middlebrooks, and Jemai Webster with you. As Wilson Contreras will start the bottom of the second. Then Monasterio and then Siegler against JT Ginn. And he gets drilled right away. That was not close to anything.
Well, Wilson, when he's facing guys with sinkers that like to pitch in, he stands right on the plate. Right, he wants to force them over the plate and be uncomfortable going in there because they don't want to hit him. You see right there the sinker trying to go in there, make your point, and it just kind of got away from him right in the belt. Probably the best place to take one.
Yeah, 20th time he's been hit.
Not bad at all. Good spot. Yeah, he's a tough guy to run that sinker in on if you're a pitcher. Again, I don't know, maybe he didn't waste any pitches.
Yeah, right.
They hit the guy eventually, put him on.
Monasterio just cooking with the bat. 10-game hitting streak. On base streak of 20 straight. What a difference he's made.
I can't say enough about the job he has done defensively as well. Both these guys up the middle played really well. Sogar's been fantastic at second, but the offense has been off the charts. It's been going on now for 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, when you're talking about an OPS that's higher than Yordan Alvarez over a 3-week period, right? Well over 1,100.
Yeah, talking about comparing him to a guy who may very well win the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Guy that could eat him. It's enormous.
Alvarez leading the American League in hitting at 325. Leading the American League with 35 homers and leading the American League with 86 runs batted in. What a season he's having. And the Astros very much in it.
It's the first time kind of seeing it again, really. That short arm just kind of gets that elbow up there, maybe a little deception, right? No, without that long arm and that changeup. Well, we were talking about the break. I was talking to Dallas Braden. They're trying to get a little difference in velocity, right? Throwing 92, 93. The changeup's 89. Still a good one. It's a little softer sinker. I like Bayo.
A little pop up here, right side, giving chase. McNeil underneath this. One down.
The difference is Bayo now throwing 97. So when that sinker, that changeup's 88, it's a big difference.
Check out today's home run odds presented by FanDuel. With Ziegler coming up, 246 with 3 home runs. Duran after him. Of course, Jaron was 16. 1-0 the A's. Wilson off the bag at first, and a liner in center field, base hit. Contreras will advance to second and stop there. So the Red Sox mounting something here in the second against Ginn.
Yeah, Ziegler, I mean, he's aggressive up there. If there's something over the plate, he's not waiting around. There's a sinker, bottom of the zone, but middle of the plate. This more of the swings we've been seeing from him, that line drive mentality.
We had that little stretch where he wasn't swinging it. Now 5 for his last 10. Getting hot again.
So Duran with an opportunity to do something at 202 with 16 home runs, and he'll lay off the first one for ball 1.
This is that perfect guy for Jaron to get to left center off, right? You know he's got the slider. He doesn't throw it as much to lefties. It's mostly sinker, changeup, everything moving away from him. This is not a guy you need to try to pull. If he hangs you something, sure, but you got to think left center.
He hit his home run to left on Friday. And started the rally.
Yeah, Jaron lately, you know, that power four-seamer up, that curveball slider down below the zone. Those are problems lately, but sinker, changeup. He's going to try to get him out with this changeup, get him to roll over.
0 for 3 against Ginn in his career. 2 on and 1 out. 2-1.
It's almost a candidate for a lefty to feel like they can kind of crowd the plate a little bit.
100%.
Where you reach that pitch a little more because your eyes tell you the ball's middle. And those guys with the late movement, by the time it gets to that hitting zone, it's moved away from you a little bit more. That's why you see guys hitting it off the end of the bat.
And the right-hander's 2-1. Changed up on him, 2-2.
With 2 strikes, you almost have to think about the changeup. It's 86, 88. The fastball's only 92. He's not going to blow you away. You feel like if you're thinking about that changeup, you can still foul off that fastball. Not many guys in this league you can do that because they're throwing 98. But this is a guy you can really be aware of the changeup.
Contreras at second. Ziegler leading away from first. And he's gone full on Duran. Be a great spot for one of his triples right here.
Well, 3-2 count, big spot early. Where do you go to? You go to your best. I'd imagine that little changeup out of third here and see what he can do with it. He has confidence in it.
He's on top 1-0. And popped up. And does he see it? Oh, a collision there with the infield fly in effect anyway. Wilson and McNeil colliding on the play. Wilson eventually does make the catch.
That's something that McNeil really doesn't need to get involved in once they call the infield fly. Like Wilson's like, I can't see it. Okay, well, if it drops, he's out. It doesn't matter. The infield fly has already been called. There's really no need to be involved once you already see that.
Yeah, Wilson caught a little forearm to the face. It's all right.
Of course, on an infield fly, the runners can advance at their own peril. Here's Eli White. .221 with 5 home runs. As we mentioned, hit the ball right on the screws last night with the bases loaded. Dead away center field, was caught to end the ball game. You don't put anything past the Red Sox, even if they're down 4 in the 9th. And hit the other way for a base hit. Wilson coming around. Butler will throw into second base as the run scores, and the Red Sox have tied it. Eli White picking up the RBI. 1-1 game.
Yeah, real good swing. Little backdoor sinker right on the edge. It was a good pitcher's pitch. And you know, Wilson's not moving well. He's been sick. That foot's been bugging him because of the foul ball he hit off it. But this wasn't crushed. It wasn't hit hard, so it didn't get out there to Butler that quick, and it gave him plenty of time to score from second base.
Eli White getting his first knock, checking in here with the Red Sox. And that was important, too. Durant gets out, and you're like, okay, here we go, right? Because last night, you stranded 12 runners. You went 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position. It wasn't, we haven't seen that in a few months, like that type of game. But now here, 2 outs. Big knock there for Eli White. Get that run in.
And you could see, to Will's point, you know, as he's rounding the bases, Wilson is not anywhere near 100%.
No, he was sick as a dog for a few days. You could tell yesterday, too. He didn't look right. You could see it in his face.
Well, it's going around. Yoshida wasn't even here at the ballpark. He was dealing with it yesterday. Had a fever. He took off. Today, they don't know if he would even be available. And I know fans yesterday kind of getting on him for not hustling down the line, but he'd missed a couple of games. He's dealing with some things. And
it's been a guy who's played really hard. Every pitch.
To put it mildly.
I'd say so.
Heart and Hustle Award. Just won that.
So here's Jake Rogers, who's off to a really nice start with his new ball club. You know, Red Sox obviously went after Adley, landed an elite catcher. Jake Rogers also came along in that trade from Baltimore as Narvaez went to the Orioles. This guy has played really, really well in a couple of games. 2 doubles the other day.
He's a personal catcher for Schoolboy when he wins a Cy Young. He's really good back there.
Yeah, and there's certain guys you go talk to him, you talk a little ball, and you're like, okay,
yeah,
he sees the game a little different, right? A lot of catchers do.
Really good clubhouse guy.
First and second, 2 down. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's very grateful that Connor Wong has been here to help him.
Yeah, Connor was great. You're right. It was like you got to expedite the process. He had like 2 days to learn all the pitchers, their stuff, the game plans. And he said he couldn't say enough about Connor. Almost like a professor teaching a course.
2-0. 94 past him. Nick Sogard on deck. We're tied up 1-1.
You know, Rogers tagged up the other day from third base on Butler. And I think both of us will like, whew, like, you know, Wilson cut it. It was pretty close. We talked to him. He's like, yeah, I usually like to go. He said he slid into third, and Epperson looked at him and said, I didn't have that on my bingo card.
I don't think any of us did.
He's like, I like to run.
Don't hear that often from a catcher.
Yeah, good thing he wasn't out, right? That would have been the 3rd out, and then Willier goes deep.
Yeah.
Next one. Next batter.
It's been the season, right? With this turnaround. The Red Sox bidding for more. Siegler at second, White on at first, and a 2-2 to Rogers. And he'll take a ball outside.
It's a good take. But it's really an example, too, of like, you know, he's tagging from third base. So many people I hear put stuff on the third base coach. Really, the only thing he does is send a guy home or not, or like tag maybe. But a lot of the decisions are made by the base runners going first to third, tagging from second. It's all on them and their experience.
Payoff pitch to Rogers, and looped into center field, coming on Bolte, and he'll make the catch. Red Sox will settle for the tie after 2.
Only on NESN is streaming on NESN 360, presented by Bigelow Tea.
On to the 3rd inning. We're tied up 1-1. Red Sox and the A's. Getaway day for the Sox. They're on to Toronto after this one is over. It's a 4-game series against the Blue Jays, who are taking up the basement at 56 and 62. They're 15 back. McNeil. Look at a ball.
Tell you what, Bayo looked really good there in his first inning of work. He had 5 whiffs on 8 swings.
Struck out 2. Got him 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's been all first pitch strikes.
And McNeil, last 17 games since the All-Star break, has been one of their, if not their best hitter. Hitting .373.
Yeah, hitting that 9 hole just because you don't know how long the lefty's going to go. Kotze put him at 9 to make sure his first at bat is against this righty.
Downstairs the ball because he's looking for his 1,000th hit.
You're hoping Kotze, yeah, you bring in Bayo. You put some lefties in the lineup, and then you look up later in the game, and it's Moran and Chapman.
2-2 coming. Poke foul. This guy's a really, really good hitter. Won a batting crown with the Mets.
It's really only, he's only getting his starts against righties. They're just not playing him much against left-handed pitchers.
You got any background on the big knob that he uses? Just like weight distribution in his bat. Look at that thing at the bottom.
They call it like the hockey puck.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposedly, it's a feel thing with the weight. It makes you can get a little whippier with the barrel. I've messed around with them. They weren't really around when I was playing. It was after that. It looks almost like a training tool.
Yeah.
But you've seen some guys go to it.
A little extra weight. You try to feel in your hands to whip that barrel through.
Bayo's 3-2. He got a piece of it. Foul ball. He's not seen much of Bayo. He's 1 for 2 off him.
Well, there were some Roman Anthony bats in there that had that knob. Marcelo was using one of those a little bit, trying to figure it out.
Did you go to a lighter bat over the course of the summer?
Not really, but there were certain pitchers I would use. My stock bat was a 34, 32. And I pretty much used that all season unless I was facing a guy throwing real soft.
Oh, put him away.
Change up.
That change. Such a tough pitch. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Bayo.
Yeah, and even with his, his fastball ticking up, you see a 97, 98. Normally with that means the velocity of the changeup ticks up also, right? You're seeing 89, 90 miles an hour. Normally you don't like that. It flattens out, but he's still getting some good movement there. He's playing well off the sinker.
Bolte 1 for 1. He scored their run in the first inning after a single. Torch that one for a base hit and maybe more, all the way to the base of the monster. He wants second. Duran up and throwing. He's going to dive in and hang on to the bag with a double.
Kid flies. A few good at bats in a row. Remember, he homered in the 9th. Single and now a double. This ball was scorched. I think anybody else, maybe you have a chance, but he's in the 100th percentile in foot speed.
Yeah, he flies.
Long strider too.
That was a 113 off the bat.
Looked at.
Sogi didn't have time to even flinch at it.
Here's Wilson. Bunted his way on, and he's going to hit this one sharp. A nice scoop by Sogard. Runner back to second. Gets him at first base. 2 down.
Like a hockey goalie over there sometimes, right? You have guys up, come to the plate. Wilson likes to swing the bat early in counts. He's aggressive, but he will lay a bunt down if you give it to him. So you have to play him in. Right? You're even with the base, and you get some hot shots. You just have to play goalie sometimes. He gloved that one nice.
Brings up Jonah Heim, who struck out looking in the first inning. We're tied up 1-1 in the third. Heim, pretty good power, 11 home runs. They got him from Atlanta back in May. Braves and Yankees are 0-0 third inning. Heim has been up to hit 5 times against Bayo in his career. He has 1 hit. It is a home run. Bolte at second. And away to make it 3-0. Soderstrom on deck.
Heim's got some pop, but If you have to pick between him and Soderstrom, the way he's been swinging it, really wanted to attack this guy.
Well, the man on deck has 19 home runs. You're right. Here's the 3-0 and a strike. Red Sox against the Blue Jays in Toronto tomorrow night. Sonny Gray going for his 15th win. He is 14-2 with a 278. 7:07 for the first pitch.
Yeah, he wanted to go on a regular rest. They had the off day. So by doing that, Sandoval goes the next day. He actually is going to get 6 days rest. So I think it's good for Sandoval, but Sonny wants to stay on this routine. That Toronto team, I know they're last, but still got Kirk and Vlad, Clement, Okamoto, Springer.
Still got to see Cease too.
Yep.
3-2 and rattled to first, and Wilson will handle that. He'll flip to the pitcher and in plenty of time to retire the side. Way Park, Red Sox won, the A's won. Bottom half of the third. Sox will bring up the top of the order. Sogard, Rafaela Abreu against JT Ginn. The A's have massive problems indicative of their record and the fact they fired their general manager this week. But these last 2 starting pitchers, Jump yesterday and Ginn today, they are legit. They're both talented guys in there for a strike.
Yeah, I really like Jump last night. We've seen him twice now, and boy, he was living still 98, 99 late. That slider's nasty. Fastball, a little low release, gets on you. He was really good yesterday, obviously.
0-2 and left it downstairs.
Yeah, there for a couple weeks, he was the only guy that could beat the Sox.
Even twice in 2 weeks.
Red Sox won 3 out of 4 at Sacramento last week. Now trying to take another series from them, and he tried to pound the inside, but he missed. 2-2. Red Sox have gone 32-6 since June 25th. High fly to left. Ornelas right there, barely has to move. 1 down. Every time I read that 32-6 or something like that, I'm like, that is a misprint.
Yeah. Well, we were just saying he got what, 46 games left. 26-20 gets you to 90. Like at some point you're going to play 500 a little bit over, like you just are. This is a tough stretch right now, 16 in a row. You got guys in and out of lineups trying to get them rest. Bullpen starters, careful of innings. It would be nice. You had one more little run on you.
I always felt like August was the toughest month physically too. Like I know, yeah, mentally as well. But it's like I know you get the All-Star break in July and you think, okay, I can reset. But it's like August really felt like a drag. Your body's feeling it.
But you know what's big for that? The trade deadline.
Yes.
No, when you got Adley Rutschman coming in about 3 or 4 games from now and get a little boost.
0-1 to Cedon. He'll hit that sharply. A nice play by Wilson. Up and throwing. We talk about the fact that he has that errorless streak going. He makes really good plays. And a couple of them already today.
So I've never in my life gone 110 games without making an error. And I'm wondering, like today, mentally, what is he thinking?
Yeah, because he's got to know.
He gets through this game. He has the major league record. Like, I still think this is astonishing of errorless games. Mike Bordick right now here, they're both tied.
It's like doing that at shortstop, though.
Yeah.
That is tough.
But you're like, just don't make one today.
Well, given the way he's playing, it's like if I'm going to make an error, I'm going to make an error, but I'm going after everything.
Well, that's how he plays. I liked him. Well, last year he hit 311.
Yeah.
This year a little bit of a rut here lately, but he's a good player.
Willier 0 for 1. He's popped to short. 1-1 game in the third. And Ginn home on the 1-1. Moved him back.
Jacob Wilson had a pretty good role model growing up. His dad was a pretty good shortstop himself.
Very
all-star.
Solid, great defender, good player.
He has great difficulty keeping his helmet on his head, which is always fascinating to watch. In fact, a lot of the A's are like that.
Yeah, but Wilson,
really hard,
especially like when he makes contact, it can be a yard sale at home plate. Like stuff is flying everywhere.
That's right.
Helmet flying off, lettuce all over the place, eye black from ear to ear.
Got to get dressed again. 3-1. He'll take ball 4. Abreu is aboard. Not a lot of traffic yet for the Sox, but he's on with 2 down in front of Contreras.
It's one of the things too with Abreu really swinging the bat, and one thing you can look at is that's his 6th walk in his last 6 games while he is swinging it. Those things often go together for most hitters.
And 3-1 changeup too tells me, and I know the league's different now. There's not a lot of fastball counts, but they're being careful with him the way he's been swinging it.
2 out for Wilson. With 2 out, he's batting .351 for the year. Hit by a pitch and scored the run in the second. 20th time this year has been drilled.
Yeah, time for him to unload on something.
2-0. And Abreu off the bag. He's holding. And that misses. Ball 3.
I gotta tell you, he doesn't know where to go against him.
Yeah,
that first sinker was way off. He threw a cutter about 2 feet off the plate.
He knows he already drilled him.
Also with a base hit yesterday, a little 3-game hit streak. Taken all the way for a strike. Wilson's career high in home runs is 24. He's 1 away from that on August 9th. And a good count.
No, check that. Way off.
No challenge. 3-2.
Boy, that is way off the plate. Wow.
Abreu can get a head start here with 2 down and a full count. One foul away. Big cut on a sinker.
It looked like he was sitting something off speed. There was that little pause and then a quick little flick to fight it off.
Yeah, maybe look for that slider. That good changeup. He doesn't throw much to righties. Like 4% this year to righties. That was a good pitch to hit right there too.
Abreu again to take off on a 3-2 pitch from Ginn. There he goes. And he walked him. And a challenge.
Might have got a little bit of it. Just up in the zone.
Maybe just up.
Oh, it is a strike.
He's got 2 challenges left.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. That is strike 3, 1 left. Soderstrom in the box as we go to the 4th inning. Red Sox and the A's tied up 1-1. And he drove in a run with a little ground ball to first in the 1st inning. 19 home runs. He also has a 7-game hitting streak coming in, so he's been their hot guy. He'll lay off a pitch outside. 2-0.
Bale's fallen behind the last couple. I think there were some first pitch swings from Bolte and Wilson, maybe making them nibble a little bit.
That one ripped down the line. On the move, White trying to get that one. It's going to be a fair ball. It'll carry him away from him and keep on rolling. Soderstrom on his way into third as the throw comes into the cutoff man Siegler. He's going to wind up with a triple. He is dangerous.
That's a real tough spot down that right field line. Even if Abreu was out there, just perfectly placed. And it's that dangerous spot. You don't know if it's getting out. You got a shot at it. It's getting out of the ballpark and hits that sidewall and just scoots down that right field. It's an easy triple. And at that point, you just don't panic. Get the ball in and keep it from inside the park.
Yeah, it's tough because, I mean, you slide, the wall's there, and it ricochets, and there's so much space behind you.
Tommy White 0 for 1 with a K. He'll chop it. They're going to play on contact. No throw home. And they get another run in. Soderstrom took a tumble there as well as he scored to make it 2-1.
Well, surprising. You don't usually see contact with nobody out. You know, ground ball there to short. Normally the guy would stay at third base and there'd be men on third with 1 out. But Soderstrom with a big jump off the bat. And I think you said a little awkward turn. Slide it home.
Looked like he was going to slide, and then he decided not to last second. The legs just quit on him.
So 2-1 the A's here in the 4th inning. And Butler, the batter, 0 for 1. He's flied to left. On the right side, Siegler gets to that in short right. 2 down. Jonathan Ornelas will be next. He has gone 0 for 1 with a strikeout. It's going to be Cortez to hit for him. So Marcotte going to his bench. Carlos Cortez, 260 with 7 home runs. And looks at strike 1.
So we were talking about getting some of these lefties in. Still got Walton off the bench with Bayo, and you would think you could bring in a guy like a lefty like Moran to get some of these guys the second time through.
Marcotte, former Red Sox, lined into center field, looping and down for a base hit. Marcotte dealt a very tough hand with this A's team, but he's a really smart baseball guy.
Yeah, he sure is. I know you played with him, Lou. He was my hitting coach in San Diego in 2015, and just the wealth of knowledge, right, from all his years in the game. I mean, he was a heck of a college player. Won the Golden Spikes Award. He was a pitcher too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good dude, good player.
Muncy 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And did not swing the bat. Kotz was an outstanding outfielder.
Yeah.
Really fine defender. Probably should have won a Gold Glove or 2. He was that good.
Did he close in college?
He had a cannon.
I think he did.
He closed, yeah, because he threw gas.
He was one of those outfielders who never made a mistake. He never threw to the wrong base. Hit the cutoff man. Had a good arm. Very accurate. Really outstanding outfielder. The son's going to Princeton to play baseball.
Must have got the smarts from his wife's side.
Now you remember you said that now. That comes out. That was Lou Merlone, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a good Kotsay story. So
I've already told him that.
09, I was in extended spring training. He was with the Sox. He was on like a rehab assignment down in Florida with us. And he had these cool custom cleats. I thought, man, those cleats are sick. He played a few games. I came in from a game. He had left, and he left a pair of brand new ones in my locker.
Oh, yeah.
Brand new, like
sounds
custom,
like
had his name on them.
Yep.
Custom cleats back then, you didn't get. You're an A-baller, I wore a 13. They were 11 and a halves. And I wore them the rest of the season.
I bet you did, yeah.
I squeezed in. I was doing everything to stretch those things out so I could wear them.
These will fit.
Yeah, they'll work.
Icing your feet down after games.
Leading the league in blisters.
You got to stretch them out.
3 balls and a strike on Muncy. A's have taken the lead again, 2-1 in the 4th. 2 down. They were trying to put away the number 8 hitter. Crack bat ground ball. Here's Monasterio to second to retire the side. 2-1 the A's. 2-1. A's in front. Cortez will stay in the game and play left after he came on to hit. Meanwhile, JT Ginn has allowed the Red Sox only a couple of hits so far. Monasterio will lead it off here in the fourth. Red Sox trying to solve the right-hander. And strike one. Siegler next, and then Duran. Monasterio trying to make it an 11-game hitting streak. Trying to reach for the 21st consecutive game. He's been on base in every game he's played since July 11.
Oh, he's on a 10-game hit streak, but he has hits in 19 of those 20 games he's been on base.
Most of them doubles.
Yeah.
These guys have been a big part of it. He, Siegler, now Sogard. Early July. IKF goes down. Marcelo goes down. Well, they have stepped in and energized this offense.
Trailing in a count 1-2. And that'll miss. 2-2.
You know, Chang was good when he was here too.
Absolutely.
He was so good defensively. He put bunts down. He got his hits.
He hit 300, I think, or close to it. He was getting his hits, like you mentioned. Really good bunter. Fantastic in the field.
Now you're building up some depth. That's for sure. These guys are coming up and showing they can do it.
That'll miss away. Remember, Monasterio hit a grand slam off a position player, but a grand slam on April 25th at Baltimore. Red Sox would win that game 17-1. It was on that evening. Alex Cora and the coaches were relieved of their duties.
That was the last day Crochet pitched too.
That's correct. He actually got the win. Fly ball right field. Butler backs up a bit, and he's got it. One down. Boy, it feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, it does.
Feels like a different season.
It does.
Anthony Siegler single back in the first. How about this? Oh, Brian Bayo pregame. Tony Seagull.
Yep, I'm going to need one of those.
Siegler's nickname. Passing those things around.
Anthony 1 for 1 today with a single. This ball club does really good t-shirts.
They do.
They ace them. My favorite was probably the Show and Go socks.
That was a good one.
Show and Go Airlines.
What was the saying from Romy last year talking about locked in? Incredibly? Tremendously.
Tremendously, yes.
The next day they had tremendously locked in t-shirts.
24 hours later.
24 hours later. So quick. Like
the Show and Go socks, I think, were in New York as we landed.
Mm-hmm.
They did it on the plane, and somebody brought them up.
In for a strike, 2-1.
I mean, we had plenty of time.
We've had a lot of time on the plane.
Time to go through it.
Do a lot on the plane.
Yeah, when you're on the ground, you don't have to worry about the Wi-Fi. Those texts will go through pretty easily.
Jumps away, and that'll miss on a changeup. 3-1.
I think the Seagulls ones came from the section 10. Carabas and the boys.
Yeah, great job. He's been swinging a good bat again. Red Sox have gone 24-8 when he starts. Looking to reach here against Ginn on a 3-1. And he will. It's ball 4. Sox have a base runner with 1 down as they trail 2-1. That'll send up Jarren Duran. As mentioned, the Red Sox hitting the road, Toronto, and then Pittsburgh. That great ballpark in Pittsburgh. Real treat to be there. 3 against the Pirates next weekend, and then they're home for the next time on August 17 against Arizona.
Should see Paul Skeens game 3 of that series. It stays lined up how it is now.
By his standards, he's having a very tough season.
Yeah, he's like last 12 starts over a 5.
Velocity down.
Yeah.
Jaron 0 for 1. He's popped up to short. Runner at first, one down. Ground ball, and there's McNeil to start a double play on to first and in time for 2. Powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox and the A's closing out the series. A rubber game today. Jeff McNeil will lead it off against Brian Bayo. Tara Guerrero warming up in the Sox pen. Bullpen game. That got over to Hill. Monasterio glove and get him. Nice smooth play for out number 1.
He could sniff that 1,000th hit. He was getting down the line trying to get it right there. Thought he might have a chance. Chopper over the mound, but this is just a phenomenal play by Monasterio. Just playing solid defense, right? Makes it look easier than it is. Picks up that short hop. Nice on the run throw to Contreras to get him.
One away, top of the order, and Bolte, who's had a day already with a single and a double. He has scored one of their 2 runs.
He's 3 for his last 3. If you go to that home run, his last at bat yesterday. That ball was driven out of this ballpark to center.
Yeah, like 440, 439.
0-1 from Bayo, who has gone 3 1/3. Two runs on 5 hits for the A's. A run on only 2 hits for the Red Sox, who've made an error.
Bullpen's had a couple days off. Looked like Tracy maybe trying to get an inning plus from Guerrero. See if they can keep the A's right here at 2 runs.
Braves and Yankees are scoreless in the 5th. Bayo thinking about a K here, and he missed. 97.
Missed by much. Just below the zone. Get some good action, even that sinker being 97.
That's strike 3. Buried that one at 97 again. 2 down.
Right back at it. Just missed with the first one. He's looked good. I don't know, that leadoff triple. Not much you can do. Soderstrom just sort of placed it well, but 47 pitches here for Bayo. Power is there. It's good stuff.
And everything's been to the edges, right? He runs into a lot of trouble when he throws the cutter a lot. That ends up middle of the plate. But the sinker, the changeup, the sweeper, you're seeing it just like right on the corner, the black, the bottom of the zone. Can't get hurt.
Wilson a base hit and a grounder to third, 1 for 2. Top half of inning number 5. On a breaking ball, a little sweeper there. 0-2.
What about Wilson gets in that box and kind of standing upright, and as he's waiting, he gets lower and lower and lower. Before the pitch clock, if he just held it forever, how low does he get? Just keeps getting lower, lower, lower.
Get a little Bagwell to him, maybe.
Yeah.
You just hold it.
Just throw his rhythm off a little bit. This is a kid that hit 311 last year. Like, you don't see that much in this league anymore. Up to 271.
Yeah, 300 hitters, a dying breed. At shortstop, Monasterio will scoop and get him. Nice clean inning for Bayo. 1-2-3. Pieces, 3 hits over 4, struck out 4, didn't walk anybody.
Yeah, no walks. That is the key. Strike 1. Like I said, well placed ball to right, leadoff triple. Tough to get him to not score, but he's looked good.
Yeah, 12 of 15 first pitch strikes, which is everything for him. And like we told you, everything to the edges. It was really good.
Eli White 1 for 1 with his first Red Sox RBI. As he drove in Wilson Contreras in the second inning. That's been it so far for the Sox today against JT Ginn. He has limited the Sox to 2 hits thus far at the midway point. Not going to drop down a bunt. He can really fly. Catcher will throw and safe. Time couldn't get him.
That's close. You know, what made this a tough play for the A's was the backspin he put on this. Watch when it hits the ground. It checks up like a 60-degree wedge right there. Just sits down.
Yeah, he actually didn't even get out of the box like right away. He bunted that ball and actually looked at it, took a couple steps, and then kind of turned it on. He can run. Love seeing that, right? Just getting on base any way you can. Use that speed.
2 for 2 brings up Jake Rogers, who is 0 for 1 with a fly to center.
Like to see him get to second base here.
He's taken off, and a ground ball through the hole into left field. White rounding. He wants third. The throw there will not get him. First and third, nobody out for the Sox.
How about it? That speed. Not many guys can go first to third there, and a ground ball to left field. That's just speed making up for it. I don't know if this was old school hit and run. There's no look in from Eli White. You know, to me, if it's a true hit and run, after about that second step, he'll peek to see the hitter. His head's down. He's trying to steal a base. He didn't look up till he heard contact. It all worked out well for the Sox there.
Top of the order, Sogard. Red Sox coming alive with the bats here.
Don't be surprised to see another bunt right here with the speed at third base in White. Sogi's a good bunter too.
Showing a bunt, got it down. Play at the plate, thrown away, and the run scores. White dives in. Chaos on the bases, safe at second and third, and a 2-2 tie.
That's it. You've been begging for it with this team. This is what they've been doing. It's what they do well, right? What do they do well? They put the ball in play. They play small ball. You have the roster for that. Speed got you to first and third. You got a good bunter up there in Sogard with speed at third base. Not the best bunt. Pitcher made a good play to get to it and it just throws it away, but that's what speed does. It puts pressure on you. You throw balls away just like that.
It just kind of shows you how defensible that play can be at times, because that was not a good bunt. It was barreled, one hopped again, and as you saw, like with White's speed, he still might have gotten in there. It would have been a close play, but there's panic. Make the pitcher field the baseball, and once again the Red Sox being rewarded just playing the game the right way.
And 2 men in scoring position for Cedar Rafaela as the Red Sox try and surge into the lead here on this Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, you do all that with the end of the lineup. Obviously, Sogi leading off with the bunt right there, but now you turn it over to your big guys, right? And you got 2 on. They're going to play infield back. They're going to give you. Well, now they're going to bring them in. Okay, I was about to say you're going to give them the go-ahead run. Thanks. They're going to pull them in now.
Rogers at third, Sogard at second. Nobody out, and Cedar will swing away and pop it up. Foul ground. Here comes Heim over near the screen, but it's into the crowd for a strike one. So it is a sac bunt, fielder's choice, also an error. And he gets an RBI, Sogard as well. His 4th. A lot happened on that play.
A lot.
0-1. Rattle foul, 0-2.
This one, like, I don't listen. Cedar has been getting his hits, but I'd say in the last week it's loosened up a little bit. You know, like there's been a lot of swing.
Yeah. First pitch swings a lot. Not quite as patient as he had been. Not getting in those hitters' counts as much.
Abreu on deck. And 0-2 from Guillen. Got a piece of it. Two tie here in the 5th. A lot of the fans have been slumbering in the sunshine. It's been a lazy afternoon to this point. And the Red Sox waking up with the bats. Again, who's been a very tough customer today. He'll deal an 0-2. And a ground ball at short. Wilson very sure-handed, freezes the runners. And that's the first out. And here comes Abreu.
See if they pitch to Abreu, set up a double play with Contreras. Obviously a very dangerous hitter on deck. Going to go go after Willier, who's, by the way, very quietly 9 for his last 19 with 4 home runs versus righties. Remember, that's average is down to 209. Kind of figured it out here this month.
Yeah, not just lefties here recently. Swinging a shot, line to right field. Butler backing up, and he makes the play, tagging up Rogers. He is in. Sogard down to third, and the Red Sox have the lead. And a bullet by Willier. For a split second, looked like it was going to go over the head of Butler and more chaos, but 3-2.
You wanted to get greedy there. This ball was absolutely smoked. 102.8 off the bat. Thought I had a shot at getting over Butler's head. Score 2. You'll take the RBI. There's no question. You take the lead. Now see if Wilson can clean this thing up.
Just a nice job by Abreu. Also just going up there, realizing the situation, base open, probably not going to get a good fastball to hit. Goes up there looking for the changeup, middle away, hit it hard.
So the Red Sox grabbed the lead for the first time today. And now Contreras with a man at third. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out. He's sitting on 70 runs batted in. For Abreu, by the way, is 63rd. Once again, the bunt playing a huge role in an inning for the Red Sox.
A couple of them. Started with Eli's bunt for hit.
0-1 from Ginn. I know he's not feeling great. He's been under the weather. That foot is aching. But he's kind of due for a big shot, isn't he? 23 home runs for Wilson.
Pretty good numbers.
That one is going to nick him. He's hit by a pitch again. A changeup inside. Second time today he's been hit.
Yeah, again looked in. The home plate umpire said, hey, he turned into it. Well, not really. He just turned around, right, as you're supposed to do. You watch him just kind of turn his back. There's just nowhere for him to go in on Contreras. He's standing on the plate. Really tough for him to pitch to Contreras.
He tucked that elbow in. You have an issue if the elbow comes out from the body, but he just tucked in, which is like you said, it's how you're supposed to defend it. Now 21 in the year.
Number 3 in Red Sox history. It'll take something to catch Don Baylor. Monasterio now, runners on the corners. He looked to check, and he did. And ball 1.
A good spot to extend that hitting streak, get it to 11.
And a 1-0 from Ginn, fouled away.
Now you got to assume Guerrero's in this game. He's getting loose now. You know, Bale did a great job. 51 pitches. Again, it's his 3rd time he's thrown in this homestand. 3, then 2. So as Tracy said before the game, this wasn't going to be 85, 90 pitch like we have seen from him out of the pen. So 51 did his job. Hand it over to leverage guys now.
Doing that routinely. 2 balls, 1 strike on Monasterio. Ziegler would be next. So Guerrero all heated up. Doesn't take much on a day like today. Sogard and Contreras with their leads. 2-1. Hard hit. Down to snag that. Muncy with the spin. And we'll put him away. But the Red Sox get 2, and they lead at 3-2 after 5.
Up 3-2 now in the 6th inning. And I dove a little deeper on Tyron Guerrero, as you guys have talked about, Lou and Will, his meaning to have to travel to get here just to the big leagues. And he and I spoke just a while ago, actually, and he played in the big leagues with the Marlins in 2019. Hadn't been on a big league mound again until this year. He fell on some dark times, questioned if he'd ever make it back to the big leagues, but if it weren't for his family's love, inspiration, he says they gave him the power to keep going. He says it was hard, but he used every moment during that stretch, intent on continuing to play, and he had a different mindset as well, became a different pitcher with more experience, attacking the strike zone, something that he focused on. and it led to a 1.07 ERA, 25 strikeouts in his last 25 appearances since May the 28th. He's determined in every way. He's also a guy who had to travel 2 hours through the jungles of Colombia just to get home from practice. He's ultra confident, and it has shown this season with the Red Sox.
Wow. I tell you what, he's been a revelation, because I mean, every great bullpen always has to have somebody just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, you think Koji Uehara, right? Like what he became as that closer, and what this kid has done. You knew you had Chapman, you knew you had Whitlock and Slayton and that group of guys with Weissert, and all of a sudden he's come in and been one of the better ones, just sort of blended right in. It's been fantastic.
The Sox have won 14 consecutive games that Guerrero's pitched in.
1-2 to Jonah Heim. Flicked that one foul. Most of the credit to him. Plenty goes to Andrew Bailey and the pitching group. He's been able to harness that incredible fastball.
Chappie too.
And just the ability to go leverage guys 6 through 9 instead of 7 through 9.
1-2, swing and bunt, scooped up by Rogers in fair territory. He got to that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that was a great play. That good chance that ball is going to spin foul. Rogers hops out of there quick and picks this thing up, because that's a free out if you can grab it before it rolls foul. See him pop out of his crouch and get out there knowing this thing had a good chance to roll foul. Clears some space with the base runner, throws a strike.
Soderstrom tripled his last time and scored a run down that right field line, that terror zone for a right fielder at Fenway.
Whew. 103. I knew that sounded a little different up here.
With movement.
Yeah, it's not straight. It's a two-seamer.
0-1 to Soderstrom.
That glove he has looked like it just came out of the bag.
Yeah, it's shiny.
Like
it has not seen any dirt.
No, it just stiff, and it just pulled it out.
One and did not offer. Not exactly the Bob Feller glove that Chappie got as a gift.
That was great the other night.
I was dying to see him bring it into the game.
Can you imagine?
I would have paid to see that, even if it's on like one batter. 2-2. Red Sox with a 3-2 lead in the 6th inning. Guerrero with a 1.07 ERA his last 25 outings. Overall, a whip under 1, the 2-2 home.
Even when he throws that split, still in the zone. In this at bat here, he's kind of playing on that top rail here with that 102.
Yeah, and that's something he's had to work on.
Yeah,
getting that up there. It's so much harder to get to.
And got him. 101 to get Soderstrom to offer. 2 up, 2 down.
You were mentioning, you know, he lives in the bottom with that sinker, so he gets ground balls or he punches you out. But if he can kind of control that, I know you don't want to mess with it. He's got some good things going on as far as throwing strikes, but if you can control up top, 102, 103 it's even harder to get on top of it up there.
Brings up Tommy White, first baseman. He is 0 for 2, but does have an RBI and a ground out.
Looks like those couple days off did Guerrero well. Just 101 to 103 today. Hadn't seen many of those 98, 99s.
He'll fire a 1-0. Tied him up at 101. Sonny Gray going tomorrow night in Toronto, trying to run his record to 15-2. Sandoval on Tuesday, Suarez on Wednesday. Those are all night games, and then Thursday a day game at 3:07. Peyton Tolley. 1-2.
Who's the hardest thrower you faced, Lou? With Randy Johnson? Well, you took him deep.
Yeah, I took him deep.
No big deal.
No big deal. No, but he wasn't. Honestly, like everybody was like 97, 98. Like it wasn't 102, 101.
Yeah, it's different.
You know? Well, Randy's extension might have been 9 feet.
Andy Johnson, I took him deep. No big deal. Ground ball up the middle. Backhander by Siegler, off balance to put him away. Nicely done there. They go 1-2-3. Guerrero continues to be a revelation.
The series, look ahead to the series against Toronto. You got 4 up there. Chad Tracy talking about the rotation. He said he and Sonny Gray and Patrick Sandoval actually flip-flop. So Gray will get the ball in game 1. That's in order to keep Gray on 4 days rest. And if you look at the numbers, guys, 4 days rest this year for Sonny Gray, 4-0 with a 1.60 ERA in 5 starts, as opposed to a 3.24 ERA in starts where he has 5 days or more of rest. Also keeps the young guys with 5 days rest in Peyton Tolle, get the ball in the finale, and you get Jake Bennett scheduled to get the ball in game 1 in Pittsburgh, guys.
Adam, thank you. You didn't want to sing your way off there?
No, I saved that for the mic checks. That's
Thank you.
just for you, bud.
I really appreciate that. What a gift. Thanks, AP. It'll be Siegler to lead things off, base hit and a walk for Anthony today. Red Sox hit 3-2 in the 6th.
You know, Sonny wants to stay on schedule. See some of those numbers. He's old school. He loves that 4-day rest.
And Mr. Tolle loves 5.
Yep.
It's worked for both of them. High fly into left field. It hangs for Cortez. And 1 down. Take a look at the road ahead presented by AutoZone. Upcoming starters for the Toronto series. Sonny penciled in for game number 1.
Looks like Sandoval will get. I believe Dylan Cease goes game 2. Soriano, acquisition from Anaheim, will go game 3 versus Suarez.
It's Toronto down 4-2 in the 6th inning of the Phillies right now. As Jarren Duran steps up over 2 today. It's a high, very high fly ball to right. Butler to get under though. And 2 down. Eli White will be looking for his 3rd hit. RBI single in the 2nd. Bunt single in the 5th.
Well, it looks like Giovanni Moran is going to get the 7th inning. He's down there getting hot, but you look at the lineup. Cortez already pinch hit. He's in there. He's a lefty. Max Monty's a righty. Lawrence Butler, I mean, he's going to get some lefties. They're not going to take Butler out of this game.
Eli in right field today, with Wilyer Abreu serving as the DH. Caleb Durbin resting today. Two down, bases clean. And the bottom of the 6th.
Durbin with the day off. Tracy saying that Rafael will probably get a day off on this trip. Monasterio is another one. Right, these guys have been grinding through this stretch, winning a lot of ball games. You don't want to mess with it. It was 16 games in 16 days. You got to take care of some of them.
For me, the $1 million question is when we see Adley Rutschman.
Could be sooner than we thought. With that day off and AAA tomorrow, if everything goes well today and he feels good, be a lot sooner than we thought it'd be, because we were all thinking Pittsburgh.
Went very sharp in his Woo Sox debut yesterday. 1-2 hit toward the hole, and that's going to scoot through for a base hit, and Eli is 3 for 3.
Well, so far today, Adley Rutschman, Woo Sox up 6-2 over the Iron Pigs. One of the great names, Lehigh Valley.
Yep.
He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And again, results mean absolutely nothing. It's about how you feel physically. Now, maybe there's something in that game. He just didn't feel right at the plate. Maybe wants another 6-7 at bats for, say, Tuesday, Wednesday. But we'll have to wait and see on that.
You know, him being a switch hitter too, is that part of it? You know, if you're only facing, you know, lefties or only facing righties, maybe you want to get some at bats from both sides of the plate.
I think it was all righties yesterday.
Yeah.
So all the at bats came from the left side today. I don't know. Left wrist. It'd bother him more maybe from the right side. Front wrist.
Hope is it's not bothering him at all. As Rogers gets in 1 for 2 at a base hit, he has scored a run. Red Sox have a base runner, leading 3-2.
So he did face a couple of lefties today. and a righty. So
okay.
A couple at bats.
Good.
Right-handed. 4 at bats left-handed. 5 at bats left-handed recently.
That's ideal.
A veteran guy. He's going to know his body. 2 down. Check swing and a foul, and that one got the umpire. Ron Culpa got nailed. First base ump Scott Barry coming in to check on him.
Get the mask, or did it miss it? Oh, he got right on it. It's like getting punched in the face.
This one got him good.
Sure did.
Both catchers trying to show him some love. They all want their calls. You good? You sure? Let's take a sec.
I'll bring you water next half inning.
Yeah, bring it out. Gatorade. We got blue.
1-2 count. Tighten this thing up.
Back in safely, White. Always a threat to go. Rogers the bat. You realize Jake Rogers hit 21 home runs 3 years ago. 5th most in the American League among catchers. Got some pop in the bat. 3 so far this year. Heim will scoop that out of the dirt. 2-2. Atlanta now with a 1-0 lead in the 7th on the Yankees. Two down. White gets his lead. This will be pitch number 95 for Ginn when he does make it.
Yeah, he had a couple quick outs this inning in Siegler and Duran, and that Eli White hit and this at bat gets him in that area. We think this is probably it. And you can get to this bullpen. He's really struggled this year.
Well, that's 2 disengagements, so maybe the green light.
He's going, and it swung on and missed. He struck him out to retire the side. Red Sox 3, A's 2 as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. And Giovanni Moran coming out of the pen, the left-hander. After another impressive outing by Guerrero and by Bayo.
Probably nobody happier to see Eric Miller than maybe Giovanni. Get him out of that opener role where he had a 15 ERA in just 3 starts. But you get him in the bullpen, 1.84. Tough against lefties. They hit 147 off him.
Lawrence Butler 0 for 2. Leading off in the 7th.
Justin Slayton down there getting loose. You know, it could be, you know, trying to force Kotsay to either leave McNeil in, or if they bring Servin off the bench, you got a righty to go against him.
Change up 1-2. Butler with a rough series, 0 for 8. In fact, he is 2 for 20 on their road trip. Last year he did hit 21 home runs. 2-2. Moran, the 4th Red Sox pitcher, bullpen game. Brady Basso getting loose in their pen. And just a bit low to make it 3-2. He did walk a couple of men the other night, was unscored upon. And the 3-2 pitch on the way to Butler. Fly ball into left field, routine play for Duran. 1 down.
Every Saturday in Dining Playbook, Billy and Jenny, they're going to explore the best of the New England dining and lifestyle scene. Tune in tomorrow morning at 9, only on Nesson, streaming on Nesson 360, presented by New England Chevy dealers.
Carlos Cortez came on as a pinch hitter in the 4th inning and promptly singled. Not a lot of offense today. Pitching's been tough on both sides. Red Sox 5 hits, the A's 5 hits. Nobody aboard, one down for Cortez, who throws right-handed when he plays in the infield, lefty when playing in the outfield.
What?
Wow. It's like Siegler.
Huh.
I remember Siegler was saying he throws just as hard, if not harder, from the left side. He used to throw from the left side when he played the outfield a little bit.
In for strike with a changeup, 1-2. Max Muncy on deck for the A's. And again, with a win today, the Red Sox would win their 10th consecutive series for just the second time ever. One shy of tying the club record of 11 series in a row in 1912. And a bounder behind the bag. Contreras will handle that. Do it himself, and 2 down. Sox started that streak in 1912 in August. Finished it in September.
And he's had some battles with this A's team. Well, he took 3 out of 4 out there, but a couple of 2-run wins, 1-run win. I know the first game here was a little bit of a laugher, but another dogfight here.
Here's Muncy. 0-1.
Pitching arsenal presented by your New England area Audi dealers. Giovanni Moran. Obviously, that four-seamer has been successful for him. 125 batting average against, but that changeup, it's about 50% whiff.
In for a strike. 0-2. Heater at 94.
So hard that changeup down. If you want to make him bring it up, and then he just throws that four-seamer in the bottom of the zone and just tunnels it. Textbook sequence here. So you try to beat him with a heater up, change an eye level. Now you go back to that changeup down off the plate.
Trying to make it 10 in a row retired by the Red Sox bullpen. And he does put him away. Off speed to strike him out. 7th inning on getaway day at Fenway, leading 3-2 against the A's. And Basso out of the pen. Take on Sogard, Rafaela, and Abreu.
Slow curveball, 75. Fastball sits around 93. Little slider. Doesn't walk many guys. Strike thrower.
Swinging a shot on the line. Cortez right there to make the grab, and one gone. And the Red Sox 7th inning stayed on next.
Been some hard hit balls today, just right at guys.
But a strong outing out again. It's a lose point when it's one of those two guys jump yesterday again today. They're legit.
Yeah, 2 good arms.
Cedon 0 for 3. He's lined to first, grounded to short again.
See, there you go. Loosen it up a little bit, right? Been swinging an awful lot here this week. Still getting his hits, but not looking the same since we left L.A.
Rolled to the mound, scooped up by the pitcher to get him. 2 down. So Cedon 0 for 4 in this one. And Abreu next. And meanwhile, Garrett Whitlock getting going in the pen. It's always a great sign for the Red Sox. He's had a spectacular year. Williard today does have an RBI with a sac fly. It was a fly you could hang your wash on. Wicked line drive that Butler made the catch on. Picked up an RBI, the 63rd. And 2-0.
It's not often a lefty comes up to the plate happy to see a southpaw on the mound. The way Williard's been doing it this year, he's comfortable against these guys.
Went for it there. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-1. Well, you're .328 against lefties with 5 home runs. Got a piece. 2-2.
And to your point, Lou, earlier, I mean, he struggled against righties for a while, and then here lately, it's been much better. Hard contact, even the outs have been loud. A lot more balanced against them.
Wilson Contreras hoping to bat in the inning. And the left-hander with 2 down deals a 2-2. Fly ball left center. Bolte on the move and runs that down to retire the side.
Lately, so versatile, it beats you in many ways. Bats have gone quiet for a couple days. You break out the small ball and take a lead.
Fenway got very noisy there once again as Garrett Whitlock makes an appearance. As mentioned, he's had a great year. 1.88 ERA and a whip under 1. Taken over in the 8th in a tight one. Jeff McNeil has struck out and grounded out 0 for 2 and did not go. He's the number 9 hitter. Bolte next and then Wilson. And a little bloop over third, and that'll drop down for a base hit for Jeff McNeil. That is his 1,000th career hit. He's on to begin the 8th inning. Wants the baseball to be tossed in. The leadoff man on for the A's here. Sox up by 1.
It's got a moment. 1,000 hits. That's a lot. Good hitter. Doesn't matter how it happens, right? Little bloop hit. Hit the ball's a lot harder in his life, but he'll take that one.
Top of the order, and Bolte has been trouble with a single and a double. He's 2 for 3.
Yeah, it's one of those hits you're like, all right, I need a hit. I kind of don't want it to be a homer. You know, it ends up in the hands of a Boston fan. I'm going to have to give up a lot to get that back.
1 ball, 1 strike. The attendance today, 36,817. Another sellout at Fenway. The steamer and a strike. 1-2. Wilson next. There's only 6 hits now for the A's. The Red Sox have been held to 5. Pitching's been very good. Fouled away.
It's been like that last couple days. But again, the versatility of the Red Sox. Some nights you recognize, you know what, just not swinging it right now. They have been doing a lot of damage recently, but it's nice to know they still have this style in their back pocket to create runs.
Cut on and missed with that slider. Struck him out. Bolte retired, 1 away.
Yeah, and that's a big out too, a big strikeout, because Bolte, with his speed, he would have been a tough guy to double off. So if he does end up on first base with Whitlock, he's stolen base threat. Just punch this guy out and get him out.
Wilson, the batter. I hope you guys don't mind if I take just a second and wish a happy anniversary to my bride of 40 years. Deborah, as the runner goes. And that's going to be dropped in for a strike. And McNeil down to second.
Congrats,
40 years
Obi.
today.
Yeah,
yes.
Congrats. 40 years. Wow.
40 years. And you get to spend it with us.
I seem to spend a lot of important days with you guys.
You're going to bring her out to Toronto to at least have a nice dinner at some point?
I don't think so. She's a little busy, but when we get home.
Happy anniversary, babe. See you in a week.
It's basically that's the life we live. But
yeah.
It's a great life.
That's great.
40 years.
Love of my life. One great grandma too, not to mention mom, but filed away. We're going through that phase of our lives, and it is magical with Maeve and Lucy. Red Sox up 3-2, 0-2. Wilson with a base hit way back in the first. We've got the tying run at second in McNeil. Got him to go. That slider just filthy to strike him out. Back-to-back Ks. And 2 down.
You saw him get Bolte on that same pitch, right? You gear up for that fastball. He's still, even with the velocity not quite as high as it was a couple years ago, you still have to gear up for it because it gets on you. You find yourself flailing at sliders a foot off the plate.
Jonah Heim now. He has gone 0 for 3. Cracked foul for strike 1. Atlanta has gone to the 8th inning with a 1-0 lead on the Yankees in the Bronx. Arolda's starting to get ready. '97. 0-2.
I take it back about the velocity, right?
Yeah.
You know, ever since he came back from that little IL stint, there's been a bump in that velocity. We've seen a lot more 97s. It's 94, 95 before that.
0-2, getting ahead. He beat you in a couple different ways. All 3 of his pitches.
Swinging a high, deep drive, but foul down the right field line. Whew. Hit a long way by Heim, but foul. He was looking heater, and that's what he got. Put down 2 strikes. Runner at second. Poked. Here comes Duran racing for that. Leaps. He can't get it. It's over his head. Here comes the run. McNeil is in to score, and this game is tied 3-3. Duran could not quite reach it, and we are dead even. And a double here for Heim.
Doubled up on that fastball. This one up and away after he turned on that one, but give Heim credit. Just kind of flicks that bat out there, but he barrels it enough to get this just out of the reach of Duran. I was so surprised he didn't go to that swing and miss changeup slider down and in.
Same.
Bailey out for a conversation here.
And that one not a bad pitch. Off the plate, away, elevated, and Heim just reached out there and touched it. Thought Duran was all over it, and it was hit a lot harder than we thought. Just got over him.
Now you get Soderstrom coming up. He's been their most dangerous hitter in the series. 2 home runs. He had a triple earlier today. We do have a base open. 2 down. And a go-ahead run in scoring position. We're locked up 3-3. 19 home runs for this guy. He'll take ball 1. So a rally for the A's to tie the game at 3 apiece here in the 8th. 2-0. Tried to entice him there with a changeup. He wouldn't offer.
You know it's 2-0. You still want to be careful here.
In for a strike. 2-1. Lead off base hit, stolen base, then he fanned 2, but could not put Heim away. 2-2.
See if he feels a little different now here with 2 strikes. Another lefty up there. See if he goes back to the fastball, or if he does go to that off speed for a little chase down below.
Check swing. They appeal and no. He did not offer. 3-2. Tommy White, who is hitless today, is on deck. And a payoff pitch from Whitlock. Foul away. So the A's have tied it. Whitlock trying to keep them from taking the lead, and the 3-2 to Soderstrom. And in there, strike 3. The slider did it. Tie game in the middle of the 8th at Fenway. Bottom of the 8th inning, Contreras will lead it off against Elvis Alvarado out of their bullpen in a 3-3 game.
Well, you want to find a way to win this in 9. Right, it's already a bullpen game. You have Justin Slayton left out there and Seth Martinez, who they just brought up today.
He formerly pitched for the A's. Fastball pretty lively from this guy, 99.
Yeah, he's got a good one. It averages 99. A little slider to go with it. Throw a little split to lefties, not to righties.
So Wilson has to gear up. He's been hit by a pitch twice today. High fly ball. That's to center field. Backing up Bolte on the track. And will make the catch. One down. In front of Andrew Monasterio, who's hitless today.
Wilson just missed that. Four-seamer. It was on the corner away, so he just got it off the end of the bat just enough. Keep it in here. Still 103 off the bat.
Monasterio has popped up, flied out, grounded out. He has not had many quiet days lately. He's hit safely in 10 straight. He'll torch that one down the line, but he hooks it. He's been the king of the double to start a rally. Ziegler on deck. Last half of the 8th inning. Red Sox have only 5 hits today. The A's have 7. And Alvarado with the 0-1. Couldn't contain himself. A swing and a miss on 100 miles an hour, and it's 0-2. That and the 0-2 coming and puts him away. Back to the heater. 2 up, 2 down. And we'll bring up Ziegler. Been on base twice today. A single and a walk. He's got 1 for 2.
He's going to attack the first pitch. Pretty much guarantee that.
And nobody aboard with 2 away.
Discipline at 100.
Sometimes you just don't see it. Sometimes you can hear it better than you could see it at 100.
Off the plate for ball 2. Alvarado has not allowed a run in his last 8 appearances. Opponents only hitting 117 against him in that span, so he's been bringing it.
For a bullpen that's last in baseball in ERA, they have some arms. Some guys throw hard out there.
Fun ballpark to pitch in, and by the time they're in the game, that backdrop is in shade.
True.
Fouled away. 99. 2-2. If he reaches, Jarren Duran's on deck. Yankees have tied Atlanta. They've gone to the 9th inning. It's a 1-1 game. Grisham with a home run.
Seagulls for Tony. His fiance loves the nickname, but she doesn't like Tony. Stick with Anthony.
2-2. Little bounding ball to the right side. McNeil will dig it out. And that's all for the Red Sox here in the in-town team. So this one goes to the 9th, tied up 3-3 at Fenway. Red Sox trying to win this game, walk out of town with another series win, which would be 10 straight, and head on up to Toronto. Aroldis Chapman trying to keep it 3-3. So it comes on to take on White, Butler, and Cortez, the scheduled batters for the A's. And a fly ball on a first pitch, backing up Cedon, heading for the triangle, and he is there to make the play. 1 down.
You mentioned it, Will. This bullpen is extremely thin. The way he kind of managed this game was to hold on to that 1-run lead. Chapman, Slayton was up earlier, so you know he's available. And pretty much Seth Martinez after that. He'd love to put up a 0 here and walk this thing off, and at the bottom third coming up in the 9th.
Butler 0 for 3. Good power threat hit for the A's. You got to be careful. There's 7 home runs so far this year. He's flied out, grounded out, flied out again. A's with an active pen.
Harris threw 1 1/3 yesterday. He's slated as their closer.
36 pitches.
Yeah, there were a lot of pitches.
I think that's one of those. They're going to give Harris the ball if they have the lead. He's been closing for him. If not, it's going to be Suarez. He's a guy they've put some runs on.
Chapman, the 5th man out of the bullpen today after Miller started it. Popped up. Here comes the center fielder set on Rafaela for out number 2. Bullpen game. Red Sox trying to use that to grab the series. Two up and 2 down. And Williams will be the pinch hitter. Alika Williams to hit for Cortez. 2 fast outs from Chapman. Liner, but foul for strike 1.
Tell all these A's hitters are going up. They're keyed up for fastball first pitch. You're seeing Chappie here go to a little more off speed early in counts. Slider there.
Nobody on base. We're in the 9th inning. 3-3. Red Sox will have due up the bottom third of the order, and we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Durant, White, Rogers. A 1-1 pitch. Williams 1 for 2 with a double lifetime against Chappie. Late on that one, 97, 2-2. Chapman 2-2 and base hit into right field. So the A's have another base runner. First one here in the 9th. And Walton is going to run for Williams.
Well, not much of a runner. Doesn't have a bag this year. Has been thrown out once.
Yeah, not the fastest guy. 27th percentile in sprint speed.
Still got to keep an eye on him though. With Chappie, he'd be slow with that big leg kick.
Max Muncy will climb in. Quiet day so far, 0 for 3, 2 Ks. And Walton with a big lead over there. He's going to run. They've got it picked. Here's Contreras' throw. He throws it into the outfield. The runner will stay at second. Red Sox knew it was coming, but could not get the out. It would be a stolen base.
Yeah, first move. Chappie does a good job just throwing over there, knowing they may be getting going here. He just kind of lob it right to Wilson. Doesn't really throw it to him, and Wilson kind of has to gear up and get it there.
Swinging a high fly ball back toward the wall. Duran is going to have to turn. It's going to be played off the wall to Rafaela. The run is in. The throw into second won't get him. And the A's are in front again, 4-3. A 2-out single leads to a run-scoring double. He's by 1.
He gets this fastball down. Mentioned Muncy is 0 for 3 in this game with a couple of strikeouts, and that stolen base, that's really big right now. We mentioned Walton doesn't run much. That was his first bag of the year. Now you find yourself trailing rather than trying to walk this thing off in the ninth.
Yeah, more of the age just coming up there looking. Fastball's first pitch. Got one middle.
And brings up McNeil, who had a base hit for his 1,000th career hit last time up. And looks at a strike. He would also steal a base in the 8th inning, and that led to a run. So the steals have hurt the Red Sox here late in the game. And the 0-1 from Chapman. Bounced up there. Good stop by Rogers. 1-1.
See Muncy at second base really trying hard to look into that glove of Chapman. Sometimes you can see his grips, right? And you know he trusts his stuff. He didn't necessarily try to hide them all the time. Those hitters get on second base and start trying to pick. You can see the split in his hand. Sometimes it's hard to tell with the slider and the fastball grip, but you can see the split.
Muncy off second. 2 balls, 1 strike. The A's tying the game in the 8th inning with 2 down on a double. They take the lead here in the 9th inning of the 2-out double. And they're hit 4-3.
You don't see that much, right? Whitlock coming in, giving up the tying run. Chapman coming in, giving up another.
Chapman trying to end the inning right here, keep it a 1-run game. Here's the 2-2 to McNeil. That one gets all the way to the backstop, and that'll advance the runner. He's trying to take the turn. Chapman was a little late getting to home plate, but he does get there. Muncy back to third.
This ball took off. Muncy just seeing the reaction. Kind of watching Chapman kind of not really getting there, and really no threat. But
crowd screamed out in horror. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And McNeil, one of the tougher guys to strike out you're going to find. Here's the payoff pitch. And walks him. It pops out of the mid of Rogers, but ball 4. So first and third. Henry Bolte has had a good day with a double and a single. 2 for 4. That'll bring out Bailey again.
It's a good trip by Andrew Bailey. Just inning got really long here now. 18 pitches. Started off with a couple of meaningless fly balls to center field. Good at bat by Alika Williams. Now you're in a spot here where you really need to keep this thing in a 1-run lead, or deficit, I should say.
Bolte has had some good swings today. He's also struck out 2 times. 2 for 4. Ron Culpa breaks it up. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the A's. 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Sox. In front of 36,817.
I wonder if they try to get active with McNeil. You know, another guy that doesn't run well, but you can take bags off of Aroldis, try to make something happen.
It did steal 1 in the 8th inning. And ball 1 to advance by anybody. 2 down. He is 2 for 5 with a double off Chapman. And that is Seth Martinez, just promoted to the big league club today. Rounded sharply foul, almost got the base runner. Muncy able to dance out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, yeah, this Some damage done in this at bat by Bolte. You really don't want Chapman out there for 25, 30 pitches. Once you had to really get up and get away from that one.
And a 1-1. And Chapman 21 pitches, only 11 strikes.
Got those first 2 outs, those 2 flyouts to center quick. And like you said, that really good at bat by Williams to start this thing.
Bolte will lay off downstairs for ball 3. One more like that, they're going to be loaded for Jacob Wilson. Muncy at third, McNeil off first. And a ground ball. Monasterio will collect that. He's going to go to first with the toss, and just in time to retire the side. A's get a run. Bottom of the ninth, 4-3. They lead it. Tie. And Jahmai Jones is going to be called on to hit against Harris. Walton taking over at second. McNeil will move over to left. The lefty Harris delivers strike 1 to Jahmai Jones, hitting 191, 4 homers.
As you mentioned, Harris won an inning and a third last night. Did go 36 pitches. Sox got him for a run on 3 hits.
And that one through the hole for a base hit. So Jahmai Jones coming off the bench and delivers a single to start the ninth.
Well, getting your leadoff guy on is huge, and there's a reason you pinch hit there. Jahmai Jones is 9 for 17 against lefties since coming over to Boston. That includes 4 doubles and 2 homers. But that's huge. Get that leadoff guy on here with no outs.
Well, Eli White has already shown he can bunt today. He's 3 for 3 with a bunt single. Third baseman Muncy creeping in. Red Sox have the tying run on in the bottom of the ninth. And Harris delivers. He indicated a bunt, took a strike.
This might be more like that bunt hit, right, with his speed. You got Rogers on deck, but there's Caleb Durbin with a bat ready to go on this off day.
Jones with the lead at first. 0-2. Atlanta has gone to the 10th inning, leading the Yankees 2-1.
Rogers still out there on deck. If it's first and second, they may ask him to bunt. If not, you can see Durbin hitting.
2 strikes on White. And in there for strike 3. He'll tap the helmet.
Pitch is called a strike. The pitch challenge.
That's a good pitch.
Yeah, you got 2 challenges, so you use it if it's close.
Pitch is strike. Boston's got 1 left.
Strike 3. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and 1 down. And Caleb Durbin has been resting today. Will be brought into the game. And a good pitch is right.
Yeah, he had a good pitch to bunt that first one, and he pulled it back.
You've seen him maybe push that thing. And again, you push it towards that second baseman, and it's not a true sacrifice, right? With his speed, you deaden it in between first and pitcher's mound. You can beat somebody over there to the bag.
Caleb Durbin batting for the first time, a 6-game hitting streak. Of course, had the walk-off RBI single in the 13th against the White Sox on Thursday. He's got a man on with a man out in the bottom of the ninth. Red Sox down 1. One for 2 against this lefty. He'll take ball 1. Jahmai Jones coming off the bench. Laced a single to begin the inning. Now 1 down. And he'll take a ball, 2-0.
Good pitch. Wasn't caught well by Heim at all. Made it look more like a ball than it was.
Sogard on deck. The 2-0. That's ball 3.
Swing it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Give me something down the middle.
Yep.
11 home runs for Durbin. And a strike with the heater. 3-1.
It's a good 3-0 pitch. Wow.
Red Sox trying to write another dramatic page into the book. And a 3-1. And strike 2.
He made 2 good pitches. 3-0 up and in around the corner. 3-1 very top of the zone up and away.
Jones with the lead. 1 down. Foul back. Got another one at 95.
His first swing. Sometimes pinch hitters. Sometimes they be aggressive early, get that swing out of the way, right? Not something he does not accustomed to doing, but his first swing in there, time him up.
It's a called shot right there. The lefty ready. It's again hanging in.
That was a good one to hit right there. Yeah. Middle of the plate. Thigh high. Now Harris lives with that 4-seamer. He gets him right top of the zone through swing and miss. Got that big slow curveball. It's about 20 miles an hour slower than his fastball.
He'll do it again on 3-2. And in there for strike 3, and he's going to challenge it.
Yep. It's way up. It's not even close.
And the Red Sox win that. It's ball 4. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And the Red Sox put the tying run down to second with 1 down.
This is where you love ABS. This is exactly the scenario for it. You know, 4-3 game, you're down by a run, 3-2 pitch, you're battling, and he calls a strike 3 on you about 2-3 inches off the plate or high. So now the ABS, we correct it. Instead of walking back to the dugout, not happy with, you know, Ron Culpa behind the plate.
Marcotte out to chat with Culpa.
He's probably is he questioning how if we had any challenges left. We definitely had one. Eli White used the first one.
So the tying run at second. And a winning run at first for Nick Sogard. Will swing and ground that one to third and bobble, but is going to recover in time to get the force at third base. Muncy able to get the out for out number 2.
It almost bounced up over his shoulder. Took a big hop.
Runners at first and second, 2 down now.
Watch this hop it takes right there. That almost got past him into the outfield. Would have tied this thing up.
Hit that dirt and took off. Now we see Cedon. I'd like to see him settle in a little bit here. Get a good pitch to hit. Swing happy the last few days.
He looks at strike 1. He's 0 for 4 today. 285, 15 home runs as runners at first and second in Durbin and Sogard.
Hang it.
And grounded foul. He's quickly in hole 0-2. He did get the curveball.
Good spot though. Finished down and in.
Durbin at second. Sogard at first. Red Sox giving themselves an opportunity for the second consecutive game here against the A's.
97 from Harris.
One and 2. Fouled away. 97 again. Harris comes set again. Staying on ready. Play at second, and Durbin able to dive back in there.
Durbin had thoughts. He's been hopping out there for a couple of pitches. Of course, it's big because Sogard's attached to him. He get second and third with 2 outs, but the last thing you want to do is end this game right there on second, getting picked off.
One, 2 to Rafaela. That missed. Pouring in fastballs, 2-2. Will he get something to drive here on this sweltering day at Fenway? Durbin at second. Sogard leads at first. Harris home with a 2-2. Swinging a liner into left field and backing up to make the play. McNeil will catch it and end the ball game. Almost got over his head. So the A's come to Boston facing the hottest team on the planet, and they take 2 out of 3. They win today 4-3.
A little quiet with the bats. Saw them kind of get a couple of runs here with the small ball early in this one, and something we really haven't seen much of during this stretch. Whitlock gave up a run in the 8th. Chappie won in the 9th, and they've been so good late. Made a run here in the 9th. But it's on to Toronto. Try to start this thing back up again.
Yeah, pieced it together. Bullpen game. A lot of guys did their job. Obviously, you don't see that often with Witt and Chappie, but gave it a run there in the 9th. Thought Sadon had enough of that to get over his head. Just couldn't get it done today. Moving on.
Well, kind of stunning. Red Sox lose 2 in a row. And now